class.
Or come take a class
He
with
teaches
us.
classes with Ed.
Yeah.
We put some more classes up on the Conway Glass website. Some more
Yeah.
beginner classes.
Check those out. You went through
lead
March, right?
classes. April.
April, okay.
Okay.
Yeah, so I think Barbara added a lead cane class and another beginner class, didn't you? Was that another beginner class that you added?
Yes.
Good. I'm glad.
Yes, I
did. Yes, I did.
Where do you want us to publish the glass chat box? You can publish it. You send it into the viewer showcase, or you can put it on the community chat.
Yeah.
Anything you guys make that you want to share with others, feel free to put that in the community chat.
Right.
You can publish as much work as you want to in that chat.
And if you do make something out of the glass box, the giveaway each month, share that with us at viewershowcase@gmail.com. And we'll make sure that we share it with everybody else.
Okay, I thought I saw one question. How necessary is a fume extractor?
Well, you know what? The fume extractor depends on the amount of ventilation that you have in your studio. If you are working in a very small, confined area with no air movement whatsoever, a fume extractor is a must. Don't ever lock yourself in a room where you're soldering. You really shouldn't do that. So, but if you're working in your studio and you can crack a window open, you can do that. But also, just having a fume extractor at the end of your workbench, you don't have to have it right in front of you, but having it, within 18 to 24 inches of where you're working will also help you. And a good way to tell if you need a fume extractor or you don't have the amount of ventilation you need in your studio when you're soldering is the tip of your tongue will actually start to burn and it'll tingle a little bit. And if you're getting that, you need some more ventilation, and maybe even make sure you try to start using Ruby Flux, because that doesn't smoke at all. And it's really, I don't get that tingling on my tongue after soldering quite a bit of it, maybe 2 gallons a month. But that was a good question though, and I don't think you can ever go wrong with a fume extractor if you can put it in your budget for your studio. Somewhere between $50 and $90. And
let me see how much this.
You know what? You can't really put a price on safety, so think about that.
Think about it.
Think about
$31.99.
At what?
About $31.99.
$31.99, and we'll share this fume extractor with you. It's really nice, and again,
delivered by Friday.
And it's got carbon filters in it, and it comes with 4 filters for the front and 4 filters for the back. And it looks really nice. It's got doesn't have a grounded plug on it, which is nice. That way you can plug it in anywhere, even if you're working inside an older home and you don't have ground plugs. This is ready to go. And again, it has, you can kind of see it right here. But it's
talk about it.
Yeah, we'll talk about it in a little while.
Do you want to show that one first?
Yeah, we'll show this first, what the Easy Cut while we're...
The Easy Cut is $81.99. And, call Sunshine and see if they have cheaper
them in
price.
Stock. And it, yeah, and that's right, because, while we are doing this, we do want to thank Sunshine for being a sponsor of the Artyrv show. And yes, I ordered this lens cutter from Sunshine, and like Barb said, with shipping, they're right around $100.
Are they?
And so it's another one of those tools that you want to add to your arsenal, and so that when it comes time and you want to do something, wow, I've got that tool to go ahead and do that. So again, guys, we want to thank Sunshine for sponsoring the Artyrv channel. And remember, if you do order from Sunshine, let them know that you watch the Artyrv channel and that you appreciate them too. So, Barb, last week we had a question towards the end about cutting a circle without a circle cutter. How do you do that? And a lot of beginners We have a lot of advanced artists here on our channel, but we also have a few beginners that stop in or sit in the wings and watch. And we want to welcome you guys. And if you haven't had time to subscribe, please do so. But I want to go ahead and share in this segment of Glass Chat just a simple circle, that how you can do it without a circle cutter, and then all you have to do is clean it up with your grinder. So this is what I call the pinwheel method, and it's the same method that's shown in every beginner stained glass book. Can I have a close-up, Barb?
Sure. There you go.
Look at that. Okay, so I have one Band-Aid on right here. You see that? And I found some Band-Aids that had lips on them for Valentine's, but they wouldn't be here in time for Valentine's. So, and then you see just a little right there. It's kind of hidden, but I really whacked it open the other day. So anyway.
You sprung a leak.
I sprung a leak, and you know. So yeah, my doctor says, "Ooh, would you get a cut on you? Did it quit bleeding?" I said, "Yeah, after 2 days it quit bleeding." He said, "Well, you know, let me show you this Watchman thing. This might be for you because of your occupation. What we're doing here is you cut along the inside of the line of your circle, and you go around, and this is what I call the pinwheel method. And each time you score, you come out and go to the edge. Okay, and I'll show you this pinwheel and one more. Okay, you can see the scores that go around in a pinwheel. Oh, and so what you do is you just take your grousing pliers and you just come around, and those pinwheels just pop it right on, and then you end up with a circle. And then you can clean this up quite rapidly with your grinder with no problem, because it's very easy to do. So that's one way of cutting a circle, and that's the way they show you in the book. And you know what? If you don't have a circle cutter and you need a circle cut, that's a great way to do it. So it's a pinwheel, what I call the pinwheel method. And we're going to get this. This is so much nicer cutting glass than out here than it is cutting glass in my living room. And I can sweep this up or vacuum it up. So now I'm going to show you all this. This is the lens cutter here, and you can see I've have a little piece of paper towel right here. That piece of paper towel has a little bit of oil on it. Now I have taken Mary Beth and Frank's advice, and you see I have a little piece of foam underneath of this, and we're gonna cut a circle. So what we're gonna do now, remember, I've oiled this because this is a brand new cutter, and this cutter is hot, and it may flake, and I'm not sure exactly now. And they recommend in the directions on this lens cutter that once you score that you actually come in and do the pinwheel effect off of the score. But we're going to see how it breaks without the pinwheel. Here we go. Ready? We're going to start right here. We're going to push down. And you see that cutter is hot. Okay. So what they want you to do is they want you to do a pinwheel effect. Like this. And it is going to be a simple way to get this out. You see it, the pinwheel effect around there. Same difference, but here we go. Let's try it. So what we have is a very hot cutter here. This wheel is really hot. It's nothing like the wheel that I have. And you have to use it a little bit at a time. So this just pretty much just messed this circle up, but I'm sure it's probably me too. It's partially me. I'm gonna try another one, except this time I'm not gonna put any pressure at all on it. And this wheel should I mean, it's just like really, really sharp. So here we go. Let's try this. I'll put my piece of foam under here. And this, again, it's probably one of those things that you just have a tiny bit of a learning curve on. Okay, so now that you've seen, I didn't press down anywhere near as hard. I don't have as much flaking going on.
You didn't do a relief cut, did you? Oh,
No, I'm not
not
trying.
yet.
Just trying to break it like this. And that cutter, y'all, is so new that it's just not going. Let's try this. Okay. So eventually it's just going to come out, but again, what I'm going to do with this cutter when I take it to the shop tomorrow is I'm going to take it out of its housing and I'm going to run it. I'm going to take it right out of the housing. Let me show you how easy this is. So you take it directly right out of the housing, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it and I'm going to do I'm going to just do this a little bit. And I'm gonna make that wheel right there, because this is a turret wheel. You see that this has got 3 individual wheels on it, and I'm looking at it, and it looks like about 140-degree angle. But you have got to be able to. You've got to be able to push that down, and it breaks like it's supposed to, without flaking and cooling off quite so dramatically. So again, this lens cutter is a nice piece of equipment, but the other thing is that when you're using it, you want to try and eliminate some of the sharpness of the wheel of it being new. And when you do that, you're going to find that it's a little bit easier, much easier to work. And that's how you turn the wheel, is like that. You just adjust, loosen that screw right there. Let's put it back on the first one. Now I'm going to mark that one so that I know that that's the first wheel. And they do sell a separate turret for this, but guys, I've got turrets that have been on cutters for 30 years. They do not go bad if you take care of them. So I just put a little dot on there. This tells me this is the first wheel that I'm using on this turret. And that's what I need to know. I need to be able to keep up with that so that this sounds good. Hear that? It's already starting to sound like the glass cutter that I need. And let's see if it starts. Yeah, see. But you can see those flakes. See the flakes right there, y'all? That's from a hot glass cutter. This is actually glass flaking up off of the surface of the glass, because that cutter is so what they call hot, or what I call hot, or what I've been told to call hot, is a new cutter. And so you have to be real careful with it. And once you, if you want, once you dial your glass cutter in and you've used it for a while, even your glass cutter, your handheld cutter that you use for your stained glass, when you first get that cutter is hot, okay? And there is no ifs, ands, or buts about it. It's hot. When I first got my Silversmith, this thing was hot as a firecracker. Now I've used it for 6 months. I don't have any problems with it. It's kind of like my personal cutter. I'm getting ready to do that.
Okay, we have some questions.
Okay, Barb.
Let's see. Robin wants to know how necessary is a fume extractor. Did I ask you that yet?
Yep, we're good.
Okay, we asked that. Okay, I wanted to make sure we got that. And then we had a couple more. Where do you want us to send that? We got that.
Got that one?
Okay. We had some others. Okay, how do you know when the carbon filters need replacing?
Well, you know what I would do is I would say that's going to depend on your usage of it. If you use your fume extractor 8 or 10 hours a day for a month, I would say, you know what? Change the carbon filter. If you use it for an hour or two a week or 2 or 3 hours a week, I would say 6 months you could change the filter.
They're on the outside of the fume extractor, so you can pretty much look at them when they start looking gunky. Okay, let's do it now.
Well, no, I just wanted to reach over and get it.
Yeah, let's go ahead and show that now since we had a couple questions about it. All right, let me put the close up. Is that better?
So this is the fume extractor. This is I'm gonna take this carbon filter out here. This is in the back. This is how easy it comes out. So when you do go to change it out, it's like nothing, okay? So we'll put that back in there. This is the back of the equipment right here. This is the carbon filter for the front. It's about 3/8 of an inch. It's about 3/8 of an inch thick. And again, it comes with 4 filters for the front and 4 filters for the back. It comes with a little adjustment right here on the sides that you can adjust this little plate here so that you can, have it sitting down or pulling away from you so that it's kind of, like that. And then what I think is so cool is you have these little helping hands here. And,
okay.
It's just a really nice little piece of equipment. And what'd you say, Barb? $32?
Yep.
Out the door?
Yep.
Wow, that's awesome. So a nice little piece of equipment. And again, if you guys, when you're soldering and you're spending a lot of time soldering, I would suggest you really have one, because you can't have a fan blowing down on you, because that affects the temperature of your soldering iron. And you want to keep your soldering iron temperature nice and even and equal and level. So if you can use a fume extractor, this does not create any air movement across your work. It just pulls it in, filters it, and sends the fresh air back out for you. So again, guys, if you're looking for a fume extractor, Barb found this one, and it's really nice. And for $31, it might save a life.
Oh, Barbara, thank you. Barbara Cabwell.
Oh, hey, Barb.
Thank you, dear. That's very sweet. Thank you. Oh.
Thank you, Barbara.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay. Mary Beth says she just uses the weight of her hand to do that. She doesn't push down on it.
Yeah, it doesn't take much. Yeah.
Okay.
That's what I noticed, Mary Beth, on the other one. If you push too hard down on that thing and think you're going to seriously, literally cut the glass, yeah, you're pushing too hard.
Okay, I have a question. Did you do the light for Barbara?
I did.
Okay.
But you know what? I'm going to do it again.
Okay, thanks again, Barbara.
Thank you, Barbara.
Stephen says, when you use the pinwheel method to create a circle, aren't you scoring on top of your score? I thought that would destroy your cutter.
Actually, no, I'm not. I did not go on top of my score.
The circle that you saw was not the cut. It was circle drawn in silver pen.
It was drawn in silver pen.
It was drawn a silver pen. It wasn't a score. So you score it and then go out.
And then go out.
Score it and then go out.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah.
And that's, what, actually, I have to say, when I first started doing stained glass, that's exactly how I learned how to do small circles. Of course, we were working in a commercial industry, in the commercial glazing industry, and we had access to lots of different circle cutters as well. So.
Do you ever turn it, Carol asked, do you ever turn it over on a soft surface and release the score by pushing from the back?
I do, Carol, and I did that last week, and you know what I did is I messed up because I used clear glass and you couldn't see it. It just, the score, it was a beautiful circle. I hate to pat myself on the back, but it was a nice circle, and I messed it up because you couldn't see it.
Okay. Nadia asked, my 12mm H came for framing windows, comes in 1mm lengths. Can I solder links together for a really big window that's about 2mm, 6 feet?
Yeah, I guess you could. That's fine.
To frame it?
Yeah, if your cane, well,
You would,
are you gonna put it in wood?
if you're going to put it in a wood frame.
Yeah. Oh, that's a shame. Oh, you had it cut in half and sent in 36-inch pieces, I guess. Yeah, I don't like to splice the cane for if you're going to put it on the outside. However, if you do splice the cane, where you need to splice it is a joint that's on the window, not just join it together in the middle of itself. Join it to a joint, and does that make any sense? Join it to a joint. Does that make sense, Barb? Join it to a joint.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So it looks better.
So it looks better, and you don't look at it and say, well, wow, I just had a half a piece of lead there. So yeah, just do that. Just join it at a joint, and it'll look much nicer, and it won't look like you had short pieces.
Yeah, Mary Beth said she changes her filters when they get gunky looking. They went through 3 last year, so they'd probably go through 3 or 4 a year.
Yeah, because see, they're going to pull every little bit of dust that's blowing around in your studio. They're going to pull it right in for you. They're going to do a great job for you.
Stephen wants to know, can I wash off my existing carbon filter?
I don't know, Stephen. It didn't say anything about rinsing the filters. But, I've had carbon filters for the air conditioners in the RV, and we used to just rinse those off and hang them up and let them dry. So
I don't see why not.
I don't see why not. You can rinse the carbon filters out that are in your fish tank too. It's the same, So
probably
you can try
a few times you can reuse them. We don't, but you try it and see if it works well. Just make sure you get it dried out real good. They went through 4 filters in a year.
That's really good. Yeah. I think,
Mm-hmm. Yes, Nadia said it's going into a wood frame.
Yeah, so you could do all right, but Nadia, just where you have to join the 2 pieces of lead together to make them fit, try to join them on a joint in the window, and then it won't be as obvious to you.
John asked, what's the best hardware or materials to put glass in a frame? Pins, etc., and or wood border, like strips of wood.
Well, actually, a cleaner look is wood, wood molding, wood strips to hold it in. The other thing is to use the prefabricated wood molding, or if you have a dado blade, is to take a 3/4 inch oak or some other beautiful wood and just take a 5/16 groove right down the middle with your dado blade, and you'll be all right on that. Now they do make that wood, and they make it so that.
Thank you, Mary Beth and Frank.
Oh, hey guys, thank you. That's awesome.
Now, what were you saying?
I forgot. I'm having a senior moment.
I know you are. I know you are. Sorry, I interrupted you. I got too excited. Thank you, guys. We appreciate that. So, yes, that's a new thing. The fume extractor, the lens cutter, and we have another little
next
tool.
Next week, I'm going to be sharing the hand foiler with you from class. From Techniglass. So.
Yeah. But all these will be in the new videos coming out.
here in the new
Soon.
studio. Well, I tell you, Barbara has been, we're talking about a video. We have a soldering video coming out that's really top
It's a
notch.
soldering video.
But she's
It's
so.
a soldering video. My computer
Oh, that's all right. It's
does
all
not
good.
have any memory left, so it's been.
It's like me. It has no memory.
Right. It's just like me. It has no memory. So I've been struggling with that. So we'll see.
Well, so
how
we
that
are
works
editing the
out.
video. We're getting ready to do the opening and closing. We'll probably do that Wednesday or Thursday. So once we get that done, that can get inserted, and we'll look forward to getting that video out in the next
Yeah, I hope
in the next
so.
little while.
I just got another message from my computer telling me my memory is full again.
Oh man,
I don't know.
I'm glad that doesn't. Does that ever happen to us humans when our memories get full?
Probably.
I don't know.
Okay. Question. Is there any wood you would recommend against using for frames, maybe because of warping?
Pine, or white pine, or yellow pine. It warps like crazy. Now, if you can get cypress is really nice. White oak is really nice, and I believe the stock oak frames that they sell. I believe they're white oak, and I tell you, I've been using them. I've had them even where they're 6 foot by 5 foot, and they do not move, even in bathrooms where the moisture is quite prevalent. So it's really seems to me like maybe the white oak is a good wood to do that with, but also cypress, because it's a water wood anyway, so the water doesn't allow it to warp or splinter or do anything. Cypress is in South Carolina. We use a lot of cypress on things because, well, number one, the bugs don't like it either. So the termites do not like cypress.
Mary Beth said Frank tried the dado blade and
Dado.
blade. I don't know anything about that, but it sounds good. That the router makes a much cleaner, neater channel. You can put both sides of bits to make the right size channel for the lead came and the foil.
Exactly.
And if you do have a big enough shop where you can make your own frames,
that's the way to go.
That's the way to go.
Yeah.
Paul said he uses the northern hardwood frames. I think
that's the ones that I use. Yeah,
yes, Sunshine has them. Yes, they're very good. And Karen and Denver are here.
Hi guys, good to see y'all.
Robin wants to know, did we ever try the new Hacko 888s? No, we're getting.
It's right here.
It's right here.
It's right here.
So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, and I'm getting another new product in this week.
5.
So, yeah, we'll be showing those all to you. Thank goodness, right?
Yeah, the Hacko, and actually and Barbara let me know yesterday. She said, "Hey, the yellow Hacko.
It's in stock.
It's in stock. So
the yellow Hacko.
The yellow Hacko is in stock, and that's the one we got. We're going to show it to you and share it with you.
The blue ones are out of stock, but the yellow ones are inside, and I like the yellow.
The yellow looks really good, y'all. I like it. Well, of course,
Okay.
Barbara and I, we're very colorful people. So.
Okay. So, question: can you use marbles for eyes? I don't see why not.
I don't see why not. I don't see why not. There are a lot of times glasses. If those of you that have a kiln, if you take just a little 1/2-inch square and heat it up to about 1400 degrees, it'll turn into an eye for you. It shrinks and turns into a ball with a flat side on it where it's laying on the kiln shelf. And that makes pretty eyes, doesn't it?
It does. You get the right piece of glass, it looks just like an eye.
Yeah, it does.
Okay, do we have it? Okay, another question. Getting so frustrated with edge soldering, how do I get a beautiful, thick, smooth bead without ridges and without foil lifting? Perhaps I'm being too fussy about my edges.
Or you're just working a little bit slow and a little bit hot. And I tell you, and in the new video we got coming out, I show you exactly how to finish that edge and share it with you. And I show you on my notebook here how to finish this top edge and make it bead up and round and have a beautiful finish to it without lifting the copper foil. Guys, a lot of the questions that I get, and I And I've started getting a lot of phone calls during the week, asking questions too, and that's fine. I don't have a problem with that. I always make
That's
time.
what he's here for.
I always make time for you guys, and I promise you that I will always make time for you. But when we start soldering this notebook here, the very last thing we do is we finish that edge. And
let me put the camera on there if they can see it.
Yeah, if they can see it. So I'm not sure that you can. So this was laying down a bead about every 3/8 of an inch, just a blob of solder every 3/8, and then I ran it and closed it up. This is this is a touch and go. This is a just keep moving and counting in your head. 1, 2, 3. Guys, if you'll count at that speed, 1, 2, 3. If you'll move your soldering iron at that speed, you'll see that your solder beads will turn out and they'll lift right up and they'll look nice and clean, just like that. Now, the edge right here. So what I do for the edge is I try to find something that I can stand it up. Now, the one problem you may be having, the viewer that had the question about the edge, is that you're not keeping it straight. So let me just show you. I'm going to lean this over, and you can see that this piece of glass is not straight. If I left it in my wedge, okay? If I left it in my wedge and it's crooked like that, and I go like that, all that solder runs right down this end. So what I have to do is I have to make sure that this is level and put it in there tight, okay? Now, look at that. See how straight that is? So now when I'm working on this, and you just go down, one down and straight up, down and straight up, down and straight up. You don't spend a lot of time on this edge because that foil will roll up. You'll get it hot in a minute. But the most important thing about doing your edges, y'all, is you've got to keep the piece of glass as you're tinning or as you're soldering it after you've tinned it. But as you're soldering it, you've got to keep that piece of glass. If you're soldering like this, the solder is going to run down. But if you're going like this, this is my soldering iron, ready? Straight up, straight down, just like that, just like that, just like that. And then you end up with this nice, pretty round bead on the edge of your solder.
Okay, we had a question. Why is it called a notebook?
You know what? I don't know.
It's a practice notebook.
It is a practice. I guess it's called a notebook because there are many pages to it. Each one of these solder joints being a page. And normally, when I do have you make a notebook, or Barbara has you make a notebook for the decorative soldering class, we make a notebook with 12 pages in it, 12 individual ways to learn how to solder or decorative solder, okay? So this is why we call it a notebook.
It's just a practice. And then you can take those solders, if you're doing decorative soldering, you can just erase them, take them off, and then start again. So it's a way to just keep practicing when you're learning.
Yeah, and you don't have to because
you can start with window glass, do window glass first, and then move on to art glass.
But it's one of the very best ways. It's one of the very best ways to teach you soldering techniques.
Julie wants to know where she can get that wooden gadget.
I don't know, but I just turned it over and I realized something. This is a wedge. This was made by my dear friend Larry Mary in New Mexico. And I just looked on the bottom because I had it on the side. And it says on the bottom, made for my friend Ed Streeter. By Larry Mary. Made for Ed Streeter, July 22nd, 2025 by Larry Mary.
Larry Mary. He's on here every once in a while. If you want one, I'm sure he'll make you one.
Yeah.
It's very simple. Show them how it's made, and you
Yeah.
guys.
So who are we talking to? Julie Gray?
Julie Bison.
Oh, hey,
I
Julie.
think Julie Bison.
Julie
right?
Bison.
Yes.
So Julie, this is a 1x4 on the bottom, and then there's another 1x4 on the top, and it's cut at a wedge. So if you notice, when this slides in, it slides in about 3/8 of an inch, and if you think about it, that is the exact distance between this blade cut and this blade cut, and that gives you that right there. And guys, I tell you what, Larry, you're the man, my friend, because I love this little piece of equipment. It's not much to it, but it makes me smile every time I use it. And actually, Frank from Gray Dragons, Frank and Mary Beth and Quarrel, Frank actually, when him and Mary Beth took our lead cane class down here in the studio last year, he told me the idea about a wedge because he had made one. And then we were talking about it one night during the show, and next thing I know, Larry has one in the mail to me, and he's made it. So again, I keep saying thank you, Larry, and I truly mean it, my friend. This thing is awesome. I like it.
Everybody wants one. So Kelly, let Larry know he has
Oh yeah, Wednesday when you see Larry.
He's got 50 orders, and they need them by Wednesday. Okay. I think you need to do some glass cutting because it's 10 to almost 10 till, and you haven't even cut one piece of glass except little. Oh, what's that?
It's a beautiful piece of blue iridized glass with
you
green.
You did cut some circles, right?
And I tell you what, we were sitting here. Barb and I were sitting here yesterday evening, and the garage door faces west. And
oh yes. No, it was not yesterday evening.
When was
it? Was yesterday morning.
Yesterday morning.
Iridized glass looks the best
in the morning.
That's in the morning when the sun just kind of hits it.
Yeah.
So I'm going to get some pictures. Kelly, your piece. When it's
the balloon is
lit
crazy
up,
with the
you
iridized
can't see
glass,
the iridized glass, but when that morning sun hit on that on your window, Kelly, and that little piece of iridized glass was just shimmering. The same thing with Samura's.
And the Mackinac Bridge took off like, it was crazy.
Bridge, you don't realize it, but
those of you that used iridized glass,
it just showed up so beautifully.
Everything popped. It was yesterday morning. That's right.
Yeah, it was yesterday morning. I said, I didn't even realize that, and it was just shimmering. So
it was beautiful.
I think it's a great idea to put like one piece of iridized glass in your panel somewhere. That makes a difference.
Shimmer,
that catches people's eye. Like water. Like that one over there in the corner has a piece of iridized. Just it's only about that big, but it catches your eye.
It's so beautiful, and everything's going really good tonight. But I noticed the main camera is off about 3 feet.
And you ready to do this?
See it?
Okay.
It's okay. I just noticed that. So we're going to cut some blue.
That's your fault.
I know. Probably.
Okay.
So we're gonna cut some. My hands are still in straight. That's good. This is my little oil thing for my whatchamacallit here, my circle cutter. But guys, so iridized glass, everybody has a little bit of a problem with it, but I think that we're gonna start right here. I have my silver snip cutter, and you're not gonna hear the score. We're going to start this right here. And we heard that nice slight little pop. And what that did is it took a run right to right here, and we can see it. And then let's come around and try and go in from this direction. Okay. And now let's just kind of move it around. right over to here. I will finish those solder joints tomorrow. Of the 5,000 solder joints I told you, I got 2,500 of them done the other day. And see what happened. Let me show you. Is when I took this curve, even though I had it ran around that side right there. When I took my run pliers and I grabbed it and I pulled down a little bit too hard right there, it wasn't going to allow it to do that. And I did that. That happened because of that right there. That little bit still was not broken. It looked like it was cracked. It looked like we had a run around here, but that run from here to here was not available. So when it came around here, it went that way. It's not an excuse. It's exactly the way it was supposed to happen, because when I checked it, what I thought was a run was not a run. It was an incomplete. And unless you're complete, that run will not follow itself around, and you cannot run it back into itself from underneath. So there's one, and here's the other. But you see, I didn't come up into that, and if we have that, so we ran that back into it, and we were able to get that point out right there that allows it to fit right in there. So if when you're cutting your a inside curve or an outside curve like that, and if you're not sure, if it looks like it's ran but it's not, and I tell you, an easy way to see the glare underneath of a run is to put it on the light box or your light pad here. But
thank you, Carol.
Carol, thank you. Because of the fact that I didn't have that run completely where they were touching one another, and I went to go around it. That's why that corner snapped off. And it happens more often to all of us than not. So just take the time and make sure that you have that that you have your run and your run completed. Okay.
Thank you. Thank you, guys. We love you.
Wow, guys, awesome. They feel sorry for me because I'm having a bad night.
I know. Cut something that you can do. Something you can do. Do what you do, boy. Do what you do.
Do what you do.
Okay. Magali was having chest pains.
Oh no! Just now? From me cutting glass? No.
From cutting the iridized.
Oh. You're killing me, girl. gonna say I've been done cutting glass for about a week now, and I've been fabricating.
Did you forget? You forgetting how to cut?
And I still can't see that score.
Oh, you're out of the camera.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Turn your pliers upside down. Whoa!
Okay.
Whoa, Nelly!
Whoa, baby! So I had to give up with my metal tools, and I had to go to the soft ones. And I could feel that as it was moving across, because I could actually get underneath of it and on top of it. And as I was breaking this, I could.
Is that a Wismet?
No, this is a Oceanside 329.6. It's a green. It's a green. It's a dense green, but it's a really pretty green. So.
Richard wants to know, if he comes to South Carolina, would he be able to park his van next to your studio? Yes.
Yes.
Yes. I don't have any facilities, but I do have electricity and water.
Yeah.
Okay, and I had a question before that. Renee wants to know how to clean her cutter head.
Oh, okay.
She's having trouble with her cutter. She couldn't remember what to do.
So Renee, take a straight pin, like out of a new shirt or something, out of your sewing box, and put me a close up right there. I don't have one here, but I can show this to you. Put the straight pin behind the cutter wheel and in the little groove there on the top, and just clean it out. Do it over a white piece of paper so you can see all the stuff that drops out of it, because what you've connected or collected, not connected, but collected, what you've collected while you're cutting your glass, Renee, is using oil on your cutter. You're collecting what's called desiccant, and they throw that on the glass to keep it from scratching when it's in the crates. And you can clean your glass really well, but you still end up picking up trash, and that's usually what it is. And I think we may have a video, and I'll ask Ray if he could please to put the video up about cleaning your cutter head. But use a straight pin, Renee, and go right behind the wheel and just go down and clean it out. And then once you do that, hon, go ahead and oil it from the exterior, and you should be good.
Yeah. Stevens, let's see. Beth wants to know, do you make a long nose grouser so you can pull the center of that green curve?
They don't. They don't make a long nose, anything that you can get in there deep. Beth, that's why I got in there and got my hands on top of under the score and on top of the score, so I could feel it as I pulled down equally. I could feel that run move in my hand. And as I did, I was moving it around and pulling it. And they don't make a deep grousing plier. No, they don't. I'm sorry. I wish they did, because that'd be something, wouldn't it? Come here, Mary.
Mary's running around the studio. She's going to knock one of the cameras over.
She's freezing cold. She just got back from her beautiful walk.
From a long walk.
She's a big girl. Wow.
She is. Okay, I think we're going to have to go because Mary, for some reason, is overly excited tonight.
She does that when she gets...
Okay. Shh.
Well, I hope that.
Stephen wants to know about the upside down running pliers. Why do you use it reversed?
Well, because what it does is glass breaks twice. All its circles break twice. When you run your running pliers, unless you're running a straight line, a lot of times what happens is that you get and you go around curves and all that, and you get to where the glass breaks like this, Stephen. Okay. Each time that you pull down with your grousing pliers, and every time you move your grosers and you pull down with it, you create one of these, like that. So a lot of times after the glass is completely broken, it's actually still caught in there by, like, I guess you could say it'd be like one of these, okay? And when I turn my running pliers upside down and squeeze gently, it does this, and then the piece comes right out. It's just, I tell you what it is. It's a little trick that my old boss, J.D. Brooks, taught me when we used to do a lot of tabletops. And when you're pushing around on circle tabletops, thick tabletops, they break just like that too. You can see the edges. And so what we would do is after we broke it and we ran ourselves to the center, is just turn the big running pliers. These are big running pliers, y'all. Big running pliers upside down, and it would pop it the other direction and everything would come off. So I thought to myself, when I started working for myself and doing stained glass.
You said Self?
I said, hey, Self, that's my name. I said, hey, so I tried it with the art glass and it worked exactly the same way. So it's just it's a technique that I don't think that I developed it. It's definitely not a secret. And, but I'm definitely am happy to share it with you guys. So, because it does work and it saves you a lot of glass. I can tell you that.
Frank says that's the upside down running pliers is the best trick that you ever taught them.
Oh, Frank, thank you, man. I appreciate that.
Carol asks, when cutting for a pattern, are you always so intent on keeping both sides of the score? I'm not sure.
Am I always so intent of keeping both sides of the score?
Maybe both pieces. Paul wants to know, would the silver snip running pliers have helped you with that curvy cut?
They may have, but they still weren't quite, Paul, they weren't deep enough to go into it. But however, if that curve, yes, sir, if that curve would have been less inside and not quite as sharp, you bet I'd have grabbed my silver snits and they'd have worked probably like a dream. Thank you for, I didn't have them sitting on the table, so I didn't even think about them. Thank you, Paul.
Okay. Thank you, everyone. We've had a great night tonight. How about you? You have a great night?
I've had a great night tonight.
You had.
You know, it used to bother me to break glass in front of our viewers. But you know what? It happens to them too. So.
Oh, you mean not successfully
get out of cut?
Yeah, it happens. When you get new tools, you got to try them out.
You got to try them out. I can guarantee I'm gonna get good with that.
That's the first time he tried that lens
cutter.
He thought he had to put it together. He took it out of the box. It was ready to go.
It was ready to go.
And a neat little gadget.
It
if you're
is.
going to cut a lot of circles, you could probably get really good at it.
Right. So next week, I'm going to share the hand foiler by Technoglass with y'all.
So we got a lot coming up. We just got to get our act together, guys.
Well, you know, it's still, for us, it's still glass blowing season. So we're still working 3 jobs. So
yeah, it's
all good. And you know what, guys? There are no excuses. We're happy to be here every Monday night with you guys. And with you ladies and gentlemen, we appreciate it. We appreciate everything that you guys do to us. The studio is growing, and it's growing because of you, for you. So for the Artyrv channel, guys, I'm Ed.
And I'm Barb. And we'll see you this time next week.
Monday night, 7 o'clock Eastern.
At the Artyrv channel. Thank you, guys. We
Good
love
night,
you.
everyone.